there's a big, huge, dead-eaten fish right there on the ground.
Should we go to the second spot then? Let's go.
There's now a guy at the spot that we had picked out.
What's your third spot?
There was no third spot. Why don't we put it down here and then just reassess the situation for a second?
Yeah, let's go to this one right here.
Okay, let's try that one. Yeah, like in here maybe?
Okay.
Are we down?
Solid ground on my side.
Solid ground on my side.
Boom. First tee.
Down. Done.
Talk about like things never going to plan. I mean, that's always like what we're doing is we're always having to adjust the plan on the fly. I'm glad that I put the Crownland maps on ForeFlight. We can easily pick a spot on the fly.
This has actually ended up being way better than the other ones. Flatter, it's prettier, it's a small island.
It's funny how that works out.
Okay, let me bring you up to speed. We mapped out 15 potential campsites using the Crownland Atlas from the Ontario government, crossed the border, flew north into the Canadian wilderness, had to make a gain time decision and land on this site after the original 2 we chose didn't really work out. And now we're here about to spend the first night camping.
It's hot. Oh my gosh, there's a box toilet there.
All right, got the tent set up. It's relatively flat. We tried it out. Seems like we're on flat ground. I think once we get our shelter made with the tent and everything, then it's kind of like, okay, we can relax. But what a beautiful night. Like right now, there's hardly any bugs. There's literally 0 wind. The water is perfectly calm. Who knows, maybe we'll go for a paddle tonight or tomorrow morning. Oh wow, holy
Yeah.
Jesus. That was a lot of water. Sleeping bags got a little bit of water on them, but they're not like saturated or anything, so we're still good.
Oh yeah, it's condensation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we left it overnight.
We did. Everything inside's dry.
It's a pretty great spot. Look at this view.
This isn't at all what I was picturing. I was like, okay, we're gonna be in the woods. We're gonna be worried about bears. We're gonna be surrounded by trees. And now here we are on an island in the middle of Lake Huron. So that's pretty neat. Sleeping bag liner, we want that.
All right, so when we're doing these series, we have to make sure we stay on battery duty. I'll show you our charge setup on the inside here now shortly. All right, we also took this Garmin InReach, which we always have on us for these off-grid adventures. And this connects to a satellite network and then pairs with your smartphone so that we can send text messages via satellite. But we don't really need it right now because we have 2 bars of LTE right here, which is great. Brought this Anchor device with us, and basically it's just a giant battery with a built-in inverter. It's got a lot of various ports on it, so we can basically charge all of our stuff. And this should be a high enough capacity to cover all of our electrical charging needs for the next few days at least. The fact that this is more compact definitely works for helicopter camping and helicopter trips in general.
Tonight we're having macaroni and cheese. I think I put too much water in this. I added a little bit extra because sometimes it boils off.
Trying to get all the crevices where all like the flavor hangs out.
Oh, it's good.
Is it good?
Mac and cheese was really good. Didn't fully hydrate. There's still some sort of crunchy noodles, al dente I will say. And I put a little bit too much water in it, so it was a bit soupy, but it was delicious. Like hit the spot after being starving all day, not really having like a proper lunch.
And now you're eating cookies.
Oh yeah. One of the reasons why we brought the freeze-dried meals is because I didn't want to bother doing dishes. So now my pot has only had water in it. This is a titanium pot. It was kind of expensive, but it cools down really quickly, but it's really great when you fill up your meal. By the time you mix up your meal and have it set to go, like this is cold enough to touch. This was a good purchase. It's also really light. Good for the helicopter. I bought these little like twinkle lights. They're just like battery operated from like the dollar store. I just put them in our tent because I thought it might be a nice little glow for us in the evening. You know, just a little ambient light, but nothing to be like, you're supposed to stash your food 100 feet away from your campsite, but the island we're on is pretty small. I've read that the bears can swim. What are the chances? I don't know. You know, we're just taking the precautions anyway, so we stashed our bear canisters and our food and our cooking stuff like over on the other side of the island. What's that sound?
You have to be okay with sounds, honey.
I forgot to put the bear bell out there.
Go put the bear bell on it.
I'm not going up by myself. Ooh, I hate this. It's fireworks. This makes me feel better knowing like what that sound is and like where it's coming from.
But it's not coming from the island. That's how a horror movie starts, you know?
Stop. Can you not, like, you know that one of my biggest fears is like darkness.
Killers of the Night?
Good night. I'm really excited to drink coffee in the morning.
Can we just appreciate this
Yeah,
ambiance for a bit?
it's really nice. That gull has been sitting there watching me all morning. There's been a seagull standing on this rock here for probably the last hour just watching me, like just hanging out. It's like laying on its belly, now it's just staring at me. Just got some lake water and used this Katadyn water filter, and I boiled up a big pot of water for coffee, tea, and I brought this bucket, talk about luxuries, with me, and just washed up a little bit because I'm feeling pretty gross, pretty sticky. Didn't have a very good sleep last night. We left the fly off the tent for the first time ever, and it was really amazing to be able to see the stars and see everything basically in the middle of the night, especially as the moon came up. Everything was super bright. It was warm all night, but the tops of our sleeping bags got kind of damp, so I in turn was kind of uncomfortable. Good morning.
Look who emerged. I have like these fleeting memories of kind of like phasing in and out of consciousness and hearing you talking to somebody.
Oh, I was talking to the seagull. I go down to the water now. Don't be stealing my stuff, all right? You heard me. I know you did because you've been watching me for the last hour.
This is nice. Thank you for making me a tea.
You're welcome.
Oh, it's gonna be a scorcher today though. Today's supposed to be sunny all day. Tomorrow's supposed to be sunny all day. Tuesday, it's calling for a brief marginal VFR in the morning with some probably scattered thunderstorm. Like it's like the classic summer flying where you're kind of dodging little tiny cells here and there.
I think that we should leave in the afternoon on Tuesday. Let's keep it at a fun, positive experience.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable plan. We'll keep an eye on the forecast, and if it changes, it changes.
These are the dehydrated backpacking meals. So they're made to be kind of small, portable, light. You cook them in this bag. This is all the mess, there's no dishes. So this one is the breakfast skillet, Mountain House, not sponsored. Hash browns, scrambled eggs, pork sausage, peppers and onions. So we just put 2 cups of boiling water in here. Close the zipper. We're gonna wait 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, we'll stir it up, wait another 4 minutes, and we'll eat it right out of the pouch. I'm not sure I'm gonna like the texture of this. It's good, tastes good.
Yeah.
I just,
Picture a casserole. It's just scrambled eggs with a bunch of stuff in it.
mushy. It tastes a little bit like ground, but I'm wondering if that's just like potato taste.
What's going on?
It feels good. Somehow on this island, we noticed yesterday that there are 2 bathrooms here. So this must be a piece of crown land that people come to often enough that they've set up toilets. We're gonna go scope it out. You're gonna go first.
Is this a blue job?
This is a person who drains abscesses job.
I do drain abscesses.
Becky doesn't believe in gender roles until there's a gross job.
There's a big deep hole down there.
If you're worried about pooping in the backcountry, don't be. All you need to bring is toilet paper, maybe a headlamp, and perhaps bug spray.
Thanks, Shane. Now I know how to use a backcountry toilet. You know what I think I'm gonna do right now? In preparation for my backcountry pooping experience, I'm going to pre-treat my butt area with this Sawyer Premium Insect Repellent 20% Bicardin. I'm not gonna put it directly on my butt.
I'm sure the instructions say avoid mucous membrane. What are you walking over there just to get some privacy? Ready for the Thunderbox.
Now all I need to do is sit in my chair and wait for my poop.
Oh, it's cold.
There are 2 reasons why I don't like swimming. One is paramecium, or anything that's swimming in the water, or like organisms, things brushing against your leg.
Oh my god, it's so nice.
You feel refreshed? Yeah, it gets real deep right here.
And 2, because usually I'm chronically cold. I don't like swimming usually, but I'll tell you, this day was really hot, but the water was absolutely crystal clear and turquoise.
Holy crap, it's so deep. Woo-hoo!
I enjoyed swimming today.
This camping experience has blown my expectations out of the water.
Really?
I was picturing being in the woods.
Like wilderness survival?
Like wilderness, yeah, like buggy. Here we are, like literally camping on an island in this crystal clear water, and it's phenomenal. It's just really enjoyable. I was fully expecting to dig a hole and poop in the woods for the first time, and there's like a toilet.
It's a pretty sweet campsite, I must say.
Yeah.
This part doesn't even feel cold anymore.
I must say that the tail boom and the candy cane make a very good clothesline. Expensive clothesline, but a very good clothesline. Well, good thing I put some clothes back on because we have some people on jet skis coming through.
We're gonna go through some of the important things that we brought on this trip. You've seen what we've packed for food. A couple little extra things that are important to making this comfortable for us. I looked over and, excuse me, we're trying to film a video here. Everything that goes in your body and on your body has to go in the beer canister. I don't think we're gonna have to be worried about beers on this island. We're on the further out islands. So these go in there. So these are little 3-liter dry bags. These are really great because they're compression bags, but they're also waterproof. SPF 55 sunscreen. We've got an SPF 60 face sunscreen. We've got anti-itch cream, sunscreen lip balm, sting relief pads, and antibiotic cream and stuff. I actually pulled this out of the helicopter emergency kit. Got a bunch of loose band-aids. Oh, look. Alcohol swab, tick remover, like tweezers. It's a kit. Picardin bug spray. So these ones are 3 liters. They're perfect for little stuff like this. But I got a bunch of like larger ones, 10 liter, 20 liter and a 5 liter one just for our clothes. And they compress pretty small, which is really great. These are like unscented body wipes, deodorant wipes, face moisturizer, a little tiny travel size. I also have really bad eczema on my hands, so I brought moisturizing lotion. This here is Dr. Bronner's unscented soap. This is actually a spice jar. It's made by a company called GSI. So in here on this side we have painkillers. So there's Advil, Tylenol, and Anaprox in here. And on this side is like stomach stuff. These are all things that I use probably every single week because I also have stomach issues on top of skin issues. 2 Imodium tablets here in case we get Giardia, and then hair elastics. That's what's usually in the rest of this kit. Big believer and promoter of sunscreen use. Please wear your sunscreen. This shirt is a sun shirt. It's like the equivalent of wearing I think SPF like 50. You ever had a really bad sunburn? It just ruins like a week of your life. We don't have a lot of sunscreen, so I'm just gonna wear this and just protect the rest of my body.
And I just hate putting wet things on my face.
Not your eyes.
I hate sunscreen.
What time is it?
Time for airport tour. We have multiple amenities here, multiple flat spots. This spot, this spot, this spot, this spot, and like multiple spots on that side of the island. We got a bathroom, AKA the Thunderbox. Poop, multiple fire pits, random shades that somebody's left here. Ah, this is the life. I'm covered in spiders right now. All right, let's go paddling.
So the kayaks that we brought with us are these little origami fold-up kayaks. Now they're basically just pieces of like corrugated plastic that just fold up into these little briefcases. 2 of them will barely fit in the back of the helicopter on top of the seats.
This is incredible.
Jade green waters. Geez, we'll be around this island in probably less than 10 minutes.
These are the kind of conditions that makes like kayak appealing to me, kayaking appealing. Like when I look at kayaking videos on the internet, I'm clicking on the videos that have like the turquoise water. And like, so this is kind of like what makes paddling appealing. Hey.
Get away, stop bumper kayaking me here. I'm hearing weird noises from my kayak, dripping noises and like blop, 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 blop.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't see any water though, like I'm not taking water on.
When we were initially putting the kayaks in, they take up a lot of space. And it's a big commitment because it means you can't take other stuff and it's just more of a pain to pack everything.
There's a snake right there.
Really?
Yes. Pop his head up.
Ontario palm tree. We're on the windward side now. Like it's this emerald green.
Color of the water is the best.
That like desolate look out there, that's pretty cool.
Now we are turning the corner.
Having those kayaks and being able to like kayak around the island and circumnavigate the island in that crystal turquoise emerald green water, that was something else.
All right, I gotta say that I'm very impressed with how much we packed into this helicopter. This whole kayak setup is massive. It actually falls down pretty compact, but fitting those in the back seat was an impressive feat. 2 kayaks, 2 paddles, all of our bags, all of our gear, our tent. Pretty good kit we got here.
Not bad,
This is a pretty good kit.
It is a pretty good
The ultimate recreation mobile.
I'm not gonna lie. When we started packing up the helicopter, a couple of days ago with the kayaks, I was kind of worried that it wasn't going to be worthwhile. Maybe we wouldn't use them or the water would be too rough. It was definitely worth it.
Lake Huron is such a massive, expansive lake, but all of these like thousands of little islands everywhere, I guess they act as like a break and just make the water inland more inland, just really smooth and calm. So perfect for kayaking and recreation. Boats going by. We saw another R-44 fly overhead. They did a little circle around us. We waved to them.
We're gonna have an early dinner because I'm feeling weak. We have the luxury of having all of our options, so we can pick.
You mean we haven't burned through our rations yet? I'm thinking either the chicken dumplings.
Yep.
Or the pad thai.
Chicken dumplings.
All right, chicken dumplings it is.
It doesn't look like something you will like because there's peas, carrots. Well, there's beige in it. You like beige. I mean, it tastes good. I just don't know if it's supposed to be crunchy. It's like croutons. I think the dumplings are like not really rehydrated as well. Like, let's be real, I'm not a picky eater. I will eat anything, and it tastes good. Out of all the ones we've tried, this is probably the lowest on the list. Still tastes good though. Like, I'm gonna eat it.
Last night here on the campsite, had our dinner early. Sun is going to be setting. Tomorrow, I think we're going to go and explore some of the other landing spots that we have picked out. And we're going to find another spot to camp. Though I'll be really sad to leave this island, especially because it has a bathroom, which is fantastic. It kind of takes the anxiety out of dealing with that, trying to figure that out. Yeah, try to enjoy the night. We're going to take some photos and stuff, and hopefully we'll actually sleep through the night tonight. Oh my gosh, this has to be the most epic sunset I have ever seen. Well, it's been at least in the top 3 for sure. It's just amazing being here on this rock, on this island on the side of Lake Huron. The sun has set now and we're just being, greeted with this beautiful pink and orange sunset. Blue. I was sure that this was not going to be a good one tonight just because the clouds were a little funny. Turns out it's epic. Look at that.
What a treat. It's like cotton candy, that pink and purple cotton candy sky. Oh, you don't get that all the time.
Just pink everywhere. The nippers are very bad. Like the worst. Best sunset, worst mosquitoes.
I think we're just gonna enjoy the sunset and call it an evening. And then tomorrow, we're gonna go to destination number 2. So we haven't quite decided where we're gonna go. So maybe we'll start off by exploring around here a little bit more from the helicopter and then make a final decision on where we want to put it down for the next episode.
Just having a feeling I had to go to the bathroom and there's a huge snake right in the way.
Step over it.
No, I've never had a snake before. Texas, will you go get that, please? Oh my God, ew. I'm not going first. Oh my God, babe, what if it's
Down now. It's fine.
We spent the last 2 days on this beautiful island here, and today we're gonna pick up and go to our second campsite.
There we go. This is a potential.
Yeah, let's take a picture of it.
So this was one of the islands ahead of us that I was initially thinking of.
Yeah, I don't love this.
It's kind of junky.
Yeah, we can go to another island, one of the ones we saw first.
Do you know where they are?
No, I don't.
All right, let's land. Yeah, okay, we got 3 spots on the map.
Let's go.
Probably right there.
Yeah, we could try right there.
Crossing from this side of the bay, across this little shallow area of water here.
Go!
The waves have white caps, and they're like crashing up over the rocks. I'm really glad we didn't camp on that side.
Good night. See you in the morning.